In this episode, I talk about how to do influencer marketing that actually works. Welcome to episode 249 of the Honest Entrepreneur Show, where I help creatives like you to master your marketing. My name is Tom Ross, and let's get into it.
This question is from Juno. Should I find Instagram influencers to wear my shirts as a marketing strategy? If not, why not? And if so, how do I find the right ones?
Hey Juno, great question. Short answer is yes. Long answer of how is put in the actual due diligence and research. Don't be lazy. Don't go on a major hashtag in your industry, scoop up the top 100 influencers and assume they're all going to work for you. You need to create a spreadsheet. I know they're boring, and systematically go through and log every influencer you can find. And then you need to filter them down to the ones that are actually suitable. How do you know which ones are suitable? They should be big enough that they're going to have an impact, i.e., there are micro influencers, but they shouldn't be too micro. If they got 300 followers, you're going to struggle. Equally, if they got 10 million followers, they might be out of reach, too big or too expensive. So there's a lot of beauty in that gray area, and a lot of magic that can happen there. As well as that, relevance. Don't have someone that's kind of half relevant. They might have used one suitable hashtag on one post, but you're trying to do t-shirts on environmentalism, and actually they're hunting every other weekend and they just wore it ironically. That's a terrible example, but you get what I'm saying. You want it hyper relevant. We see this all the time. There might be someone that did one article on Procreate brushes, but we don't want to partner with them because they did one article and the rest of their site is about crafting or something that isn't quite so relevant for us. What people do with the mass approaches, they go, oh, they did an article, they've talked about Procreate once, they need to be a Procreate influencer. No, they don't. They're not as relevant as someone who's talking about Procreate day in, day out. So whatever your thing is, the more they live and breathe it and own it, they're going to be much more suitable as an influencer. Finally, you need to realize vanity metrics don't matter. So it's not about the follower count, it's about the engagement from their community. And you need to really dig in and go through the comments, because more and more influencers and people are faking that too. They have bots, they have all kinds of terrible stuff to spike up their comments. They have comment back groups and all that kind of stuff going on. So the way to try and ascertain if it's genuine is to go in the comments and see what the quality of comments looks like. If it's a bunch of people doing thumbs up emojis and fire emojis and it's like, spam bots and that kind of thing, that's not worth a whole lot to you. And it doesn't matter dick that they have 250 comments on their post when 90% of them are crap. If it's true fans and people that clearly love them and trust them and buy into their brand, that is a great indication. And so finally, it's price. Are there some micro influencers that are going to wear the shirts just because they like them and they'll wear them for free? Or for a lot of them, they might charge. It's all going to be you ascertaining who's overpriced and who's underpriced. And again, that's due diligence. Ask the questions, put in the legwork to get that information, log it in your spreadsheet. And what you should get is, let's say you start with 1, 2, 500 influencers. You might whittle it down to 50. And then you get some pricing information, you ascertain which one's best and which one isn't. It's quality over quantity. So I'd rather that you worked with 5 to 10 killer influencers rather than 500 average ones, and you throw away your money and waste your time essentially. So those would be my parameters for influencer marketing. And I'll caveat this by saying it's a very, very good idea to befriend these people. Build your network out, bring them value first, befriend them first, because everything else comes easier. It's going to be a lot easier to convince a friend to wear your shirt compared to just cold approaching a bunch of people. So I would do the exercise, I would filter down to the suitable people, and then I would actually counterintuitively not pitch them, but go in and hardcore relationship build for 1 to 3 months, because when eventually you do make the ask, they're going to have context on you and you're going to convert infinitely better than just cold approaching and spamming everyone. Question of the day, have you ever used influencer marketing? And if so, tell me about it in the comments. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe below and tick the little bell icon. And if you enjoyed this video, you will definitely enjoy these. Happy watching.